Hey folks, welcome to Helen Roscoe Yoga on YouTube. In this short practice today, we're going to focus on a kind of a wind down practice that would help you prepare for a good night's rest. Now, you could also do this during the day as well if you were feeling like you wanted to have that restful period during your day. So make sure that you have access to space, floor space in particular. This is going to be predominantly lying on the back of the body. So I have a folded blanket here for my head. At the most, you might like to have a cushion, a slightly thicker cushion, but we don't want anything really firm here. So if you have a yoga block, that's not necessary. A folded blanket or cushion is much more preferred. You might also like to have access to a bolster or another blanket that you could then place under your knees later during the session. So when you're ready, just coming onto the back of your body, just take your time to lower down slowly with your head finding that support and your arms just resting away from your body. I'd like you to begin with your knees bent and your feet on the floor. So you just take a few moments to settle into a neutral position. Your feet don't want to be really close to the bottom, but likewise they don't want to be so far away that you begin to feel the necessary effort in your back or your core to maintain this position in your body. So settling down into your feet and settling into your pelvis, allowing the pelvis to become weighty, effort around your hips, your lower back and your tummy to soften. Your lower back supported in this bent knee position. The space between the shoulder blades broadens and the arms move away from your body. Palms gently open. Back of your head supported and the neck is long. Lightly drawing the chin in towards your throat. Just notice how you're feeling in your body. Just become aware of parts of you that you would like to nurture well during your practice. Invite energy and vitality. And then starting to bring awareness to breath. Just noticing the in-breath. Perhaps moving up the body to the crown of your head. And then noticing the out-breath, moving down the body towards the tips of your toes. Just following your breath in this way. Up on the in-breath, down on the out-breath. Settling, settling, settling with each exhalation. Notice if you feel tension gathering in your face or your jaw. Just relaxing the tension away. Bring awareness to your left leg. And with your exhale, roll the leg out to the side and slide the foot away. Same on the other side. Exhale, roll the knee out to the side. Slide the foot away. So it's almost like you're in a little star shape in your body. With your breath out, softening even further. And with your next breath in, elongate your fingers, push your heels away a little, stretch your toes apart from one another, and then exhale and release. On the breath in, find that little stretch coming into your soft tissue, your fascia, and then on the breath out, releasing and letting go. And let's do that once more. Just gently finding that space in your connective tissue. gently, gently elongating and then letting go. Then with an exhale, roll your head to one side, and as you inhale, roll it the other way. So invite this rolling action. Your head is very heavy, and imagine drawing a line with your nose from one side to the other, a little arc in front of you. Just one more roll to each side. Coming back to center when you complete the round that you're on. Sighing your breath out. And as you exhale, slide one foot up towards your bottom. And then exhale and slide the other foot up towards your bottom. Bring your hands a little closer towards you. Pardon me. And then bring your awareness to your pelvis. And with your exhalation, tilt the pelvis forwards. So you're kind of scooping it. Actually, you're tilting the pelvis backwards as you scoop the pelvis. Take a breath in and release. Come back to neutral. So on the exhale, there's this little scooping action. Pelvis tilts back, your buttocks lift. On the inhale, releasing down. And just explore that a few more times with your breath. Nothing vigorous, just gently tilting and releasing the pelvis. Let your head, your shoulders be heavy, and your arms relaxed. A little more effort into your feet. The next time you exhale, lift the pelvis off the ground, just suspend it a moment, maybe an inch or two off the ground, breathing in, and as you exhale, release the pelvis down. Breathe into the chest. As you exhale, scoop the pelvis forwards and up, pause, press into your feet, breath in, and as you exhale, lower the pelvis down. Breath into your rib cage. Scooping again, exhale, exhale, scoop. If you had water in your pelvis, it would be tipping out of the back. And then releasing down the next exhale. This time, coming back into the shape, exhale. Lifting the pelvis just a little way and see if you can suspend the pelvis, really anchor down into your feet. And then with your exhalation, sway to one side. Your pelvis is like a hammock. And then with your inhalation, sway the pelvis to the other side. And just notice what's happening, the space between your shoulder blades. It's moving across the shoulder blades like you're massaging the connective tissue, muscles, the joints. Your head might be swaying a little as well. You might notice the head just ever so slightly rolling. When you feel ready to rest from this inquiry, on an exhale, lower the pelvis down. Then bring the knees in over your tummy. And with an exhalation, take your feet, one leg or both legs up towards the sky, arms away from your body. As you breathe in, soften the knees, soften the ankles. And as you breathe out, press through the back of the legs towards the sky. And just explore this little pattern, waking up your legs. So you could do this one leg at a time and then swap over. Or you could do both legs together. Depends how this feels for your lower back. Depends what's more supportive for you. And one day might be different to the next. So when you've done that, you feel ready to come down, just let the feet find the ground. Exhale, slide one knee out, let the foot go along the floor. Exhale, the other leg moves out, moving along the floor. So just take a few moments to observe, to look at yourself. Left side and right side of body, top and bottom, front and back. And then exhale, bring the foot in towards your bottom. Exhale, the other foot slides in. This time maybe those feet are snuggling in a little bit closer. Coming back into that scooping action once again as you breathe out. On the in-breath, just stay suspended. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, back on the floor. Exhale, press into the feet. Maybe this time come a little bit further. Breathing in and then exhale and lower down. So we're just gradually nudging ourselves into a bridge or Setu Bandhasana. Lifting ourselves up on the exhale, pausing on a breath in, noticing that gentle expansion and then exhaling and lowering down. And there's no rush. You might not be coming very far either. Depending on the time of day, you might want this to be a low to the ground bridge. You might find that you're able to lift further up. It doesn't need to be big. It can be just enough. As long as it feels comfortable, but also gently invigorating. That's what we're looking for. Just a little something to bring us away from the ground. Keeping this active nature alive in your body with your breath. Life is dynamic. The breath is dynamic. So just fusing the two together. And just whenever you feel ready to come down and rest, let that exhale move your spine down onto the ground. Let the pelvis find the earth. And then one by one, the knees come in over your tummy. You might like to hug them in over you for a few moments. And then this time you can take your hands and your feet up towards the sky. Imagine pressing through the ceiling a little. We want to clear some space so that we can feel clearer in our thoughts, clearer in our bodies, so that when we sleep tonight, maybe there's a bit less going on. The inhale, you soften, and the exhale is more active, just pressing through. In a moment, if you would like to, imagine that your arms and your legs are like little planes of glass. Not planes of glass, sorry. Reeds of grass. So, yeah. We're moving them like grass moving in the wind or branches on a tree. So there's this kind of fluid movement coming in from your hips, fluid movement coming in from your arms. And then leaving one leg upright. Bring your hands behind the back of the hamstring, or if you have a scarf or a strap, just wrapping it around the top of your foot. And just allow that leg to settle into the hip socket. So you might like to draw the toes towards you. It doesn't need to be too active. Settling into your hip socket there. Almost sense that your hip socket is realigning itself. Breath is easy, nothing forced. And bring the knee in over your tummy. And change sides. So your hands placing onto the leg somewhere that feels comfortable for you. Doesn't need to be an intense stretch. This is more about settling into the hip socket than finding a really deep stretch in the body. So just let yourself settle. almost like the leg can relax suspended. And you might need to just play around with where you feel centered over your hip socket. Not pulling yourself, just keeping it relaxed and centered. Settling down into the pelvis. Breath is light. Okay, release that knee. Bring both knees in over your tummy and just bring one hand on top of each knee so that you're kind of cupping the outer edges of the knees. And with an exhalation, gently roll to one side. Not so much so that you're on your side, but just tipping. And then with your next exhale, roll the other way. So you might notice that your head is either going with you or the opposite way. Take a moment to breathe in between the movement, and on the exhale, invite yourself to roll. And just notice what's happening around your shoulders, around your mid-spine and your lower back, the tops of your hips. And then just see what happens as you roll. Can you go to the side of your body? Let that one arm release. Let yourself keep rolling and then take a breath out. Open the top leg away. Away, away. And then the bottom leg will go. Bring your hands on to the leg. Roll all the way to the other side. Keep rolling. And then when the out breath comes, lift the top leg. The bottom leg follows. And then you gently, gently, gently roll all the way. Slowly, slowly. Spiraling the whole body. Spiraling the spine, moving gently with your breath. It doesn't need to look like anything in particular. This is more about how it feels. Just try this a few more times from each side to the other. Remember to smile. When you smile, the body smiles with you. The breath will smile with you. And just making this the last round that you take, although I appreciate you might want to do a few more. It's very nourishing for the body, very nourishing for the spine, very nourishing for the mind. Coming back, and you might like to just spend one more moment with your legs and your arms in the air and shaking out. Releasing down through the body. And just let your hands come onto your chest or your rib cage. Slide one leg out to the side. Exhale, breathe the leg away. Slide the other leg out to the side. Exhale, breathe the leg away. So in this position here, you might like to support underneath the knees. Just take a few moments with your hands in a gentle prayer. And as you breathe in, opening this mudra, Anjali mudra, into a flowering lotus. On the exhale, draw the hands in towards the center of your chest. On the inhale, palms open out and up to the space. On the exhale, gather the palms back in to the heart space. And repeating that a few more rounds at your own pace. When you feel ready to settle, you could stay on your back, or you might prefer to rest onto your side or on your tummy. So just take a few moments to rest in a position that feels comfortable for you. Support your head. Just let your arms be somewhere on the ground, supported, or on your body. And we'll just take a few moments to be with the breath, settling down towards the earth with each exhalation, letting go of any unnecessary tension or holding in the body. And then with each in-breath, coming back to this lovely, quiet vibrancy that the breath brings, this very quietly invigorating and nourishing and oxygenating every cell in your body. On the exhalations then, releasing and letting go of that which is unnecessary, transferring from the body back out into the space around you. Relaxing the jaw and the teeth and the lips. Invite a little smile as you exhale, coming back to yourself. As you inhale, just be in that moment of expansion. Exhale, quietly smiling. Inhale, expansion. Feel free to stay here, transition to your bed or rest for as long as you need to. And then otherwise just taking your time to come up slowly. And resting one palm on top of the other. Just take a few moments to notice how you feel. Okay, thank you very much, everybody. I hope you're feeling well rested after that practice. Do let me know how you found it in my comments, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. If you haven't done so already, please do subscribe. Okay, thank you.